Hey everyone, welcome back to Jason Explains Things, and welcome to the first of 2 summer lawn care videos. Both these videos are going to be about keeping your lawn as healthy and green as possible through the extreme heat of the summer months. This video is going to be about underground sprinklers, replacing sprinkler heads, doing maintenance, cleaning them, that kind of thing. As I filmed this in early July, the heat has already started to damage parts of my lawn for sure. It's really obvious. And I think that the sprinklers are part of the problem, especially in certain spots. So let me show you what I'm talking about. This is a good example of several areas in my yard where you see this problem. So I have an underground sprinkler from Rainbird right there. Directly within 4 feet all the way around, you can see that the grass is nice and green. Beyond that a little bit though, it starts to get more yellow and definitely less healthy. There could be a couple things causing this. First off, the filter inside each sprinkler might need to be cleaned. Second, and definitely the case in several spots because I can just see it with my own eyes, is that the sprinkler, the entire housing for the sprinkler is too low in the ground, that the grass itself, the grass blades, are blocking the water as it's coming out from the sprinkler. Here is an example of the wrong type of sprinkler being put in a specific area. So here's another one of these Rainbird underground sprinklers that I have out in the grass, and this one has always been in this area surrounded by bark. And it's always been this way since I moved here, and this sprinkler gets clogged all the time. And I'm going to replace this today with a different type of sprinkler head that is meant to be above the ground. Hi. So these right here are some above ground impact sprinklers. They are incredibly easy to break. As you can kind of see, the grass line goes right up to these above ground sprinklers. I'm going to be replacing this sprinkler and the two behind it since they're in such a vulnerable area with brass. All brass impact sprinkler heads. All right. And also, please, if you see me do anything wrong or call anything the wrong name, please leave a comment to be helpful for other people who watch this video because I am a noob at this. I was actually highly considering hiring this job out, just having an irrigation company come out here and repair all this for me because I haven't done it before. I figure, especially this being 2020 and a lot of people having to do things that maybe they've never done before, like myself, this is a great opportunity for me to learn on camera. All right, cool, well, let's get this project underway. I think I'm gonna start with that sprinkler over there that's in the bark that needs to be switched out with a different type of sprinkler. All right. Sweet, well, let's get this guy out of the ground. I'm gonna be replacing it with this type here, which I will talk to you more about in just a little bit. But first, let's get this guy out of here. So while doing this, I thought the Rainbird Maxi-Paw sprinkler was installed by the 3/4 inch connection on the bottom, which is most common, but it turned out that this was connected by the 1/2 inch port on the side. This changed my plans a bit on how to install the new sprinkler, which is a Rainbird Rotor 5.2 SA. So what we're gonna be needing is a 1/2 inch to 1/2 inch coupler, a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch riser. Here is your 3/4 fitting that's going to screw into the bottom of the new sprinkler. And here are a bunch of 1/2 inch fittings, but we can cut to what length we need this to be, up to 6 inches. I think I'm going to cut it to here. Yeah. Just like that. Right. All right, let's go over how to adjust the arc pattern and spray distance of your new sprinkler. I found this process a little tricky when I did it the first time. Oh crap, 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 crap. That's why I'm gonna be explaining this in voiceover. The arc is preset to rotate 180 degrees or a half circle. The left edge of the arc is only adjustable by rotating the entire body of the sprinkler so that it lines up where you want your edge on the left side to be. But on the right side of the arc, it is adjustable all the way from 40 degrees to a full 360 degrees. Using a flat-bladed screwdriver, turn the arc adjustment screw clockwise to increase the arc, or counterclockwise to decrease the arc. Hey, that's pretty darn close. That actually might be it. Adjusting the spray distance is just as easy with the water on or off. Use a flat-bladed screwdriver and turn the radius reduction screw to decrease the spray distance up to 25%. Sweet, well I think I'm getting better at this as I'm going, which is always a good thing. Let's go ahead and replace this plastic impact sprinkler with this new brass one. Again, these do work mostly okay. Actually, the one in the center does not work too well. It shoots a little bit too high and I can't adjust it as much as I'd like. So this one has a lot more adjustability than that one, which is a good reason why I picked this one. Also, if you notice, I actually went through and I painted all of these because I wanted them to look a little bit better. I think somebody had actually painted them once before, but I wanted to come back and paint them again because first off, it looks a lot better. Other thing about painting these is that it actually protects the PVC plastic from cracking from the sun. So it actually makes the pipes age a little slower. So let's go ahead and remove this old one. All right, pair of pliers. Just remove like that. But let's go ahead and use tape on this one. We've got all three installed. I've got my GoPro. Hello, how are you? Got my instructions. Let's go adjust all these at the same time. Probably gonna get soaked. Sweet. Bah! Need to go down a little bit up there. About right there. Yeah. Hey, while editing this video for you guys today, I realized I did a pretty terrible job of explaining all the adjustability on this impact sprinkler. So let's go ahead and go through each individual feature and what it does. First feature I'm going to talk about is the trip pin, which is this little guy right here. If you want your sprinkler just to be able to go around and around in a circle like that, you leave the trip pin up. If you want it to stop and just go that way to that way, you just leave that down. And along the same line, to control your oscillation, you have these two little tabs right here. Just simply push them in, and that can control how far the sprinkler turns. So I want mine to essentially be like a 180. So it's gonna go about to right there. The last two features I wanna talk about are this right here is your deflector, which you can move up and down to control the height of the water coming out. And this right here is your diffuser that will control how fanned out the water is. Oh, and one more thing, this right here, you can unscrew this to clean out the internals of the sprinkler head in case you get clogged with dirt. Well, that's everything you're gonna need to know on how to adjust one of these impact sprinklers. Let's move on to underground sprinklers. Hey, good morning, everybody. Can you see my dog in the background? That's Toby. He's our second dog we just adopted. He is one of the reasons why there's a lot more yellow spots in my yard. So anyway, let's go ahead and talk about these underground impact Maxi-Paw Rainbird sprinklers. So as I said earlier in the video, I'm having an issue with a lot of these being too low under the ground. You know, you want it to be essentially flush. What I thought was we would just have to, you know, unscrew this out and then use one of these risers that you trim. You know, you screw this into the bottom of a new one. I use this new one as an example here, like that, and then you just trim it, and then you just raise the whole thing up a little bit. But unfortunately, all of my sprinklers, he's taking a poop. I'm gonna go have to clean that up. Gross. We weren't coming in from the bottom on these Maxi-Paw sprinklers. We're actually coming in from the side. But it's not the end of the world. What I'm gonna have to do is, as you can see, I probably am gonna have enough flexibility to be able to raise this entire thing up to exactly where it needs to be, but I'm gonna have to dig around the sprinkler in the ground and then kind of backfill a little bit so it's up straight, and then kind of clean up the area. So let's go ahead and get started with that. I imagine that's what I'm gonna need to do with all of these. So we're gonna have to try to pack this in. Yeah, that's starting to look really good. Like, that is so much better than it was. Now it's like perfect. I want to show you now because especially before I raised this, I noticed there was a lot of grass that was actually growing into the body of the sprinkler, and actually the lid won't close all the way. So this is a perfect example of a sprinkler to show you how to take it apart and fix it while it's in the ground. So for these Rainbird sprinklers, what you're gonna need to do this job is a sprinkler wrench, which is specifically made for these, available at pretty much any hardware store. I got this one at Ace Hardware. It's disgusting. Yeah, this is definitely dirty. Nice. So we just screw it back in like this. It's pretty good. Okay, and then just tilt back, go like that. Sweet. And that is fixed. Hey, well, I think I solved all of my sprinkler problems. So my journey with restoring this backyard actually started almost exactly 1 year ago, and it is amazing. I know it's not perfect. I know it still has some bare spots and some yellow spots and some crabgrass and things like that. But again, from where it was a year ago exactly to today, I am so proud, and
You made your daddy proud.
You're gonna be so proud.
Proud?
so happy with the improvement, and I can't wait to keep going. So I highly encourage you guys to subscribe and turn on notifications, because if you like this video, I have another one coming up, another summer lawn care video where I'm going to be using some new organic fertilizer I've never used before and trying a few other tips and tricks to keep your lawn as healthy and as green as possible through these crazy hot summer months. And I cover a lot of other topics on the channel that you might be interested in as well. So yeah, please watch, enjoy, have fun, stay positive, and don't forget to do it yourself. All right, see you next time.